In an emergency meeting today, the Salt Lake City Council authorized a temporary overflow homeless shelter.
A hotel at 2333 West North Temple will be rezoned to accommodate a temporary overflow shelter.
As Fox 13's Aaron Cox shows us, the Salt Lake City homeless shelters have seen a decrease in clients, while other places in the state are seeing massive increases.
Those lining the streets are a visible reminder of those who are unsheltered, but they are not the only homeless this year.
I think people, when they think of homelessness, they don't necessarily think of domestic violence and emergency shelters with domestic violence.
Melissa Freegang, director of the Weber Prosperity Center for Excellence, says that is one of the many causes for homelessness in the area. In one of the largest facilities, the Lantern House, Freegang says they've seen a 47% increase since March in those who are homeless for the first time. Out of their more than 1,000 new clients at the shelter, 650 reported being unsheltered for the first time in their homes for the youth. 31 out of their 46 clients were homeless for the first time, making that a 67% increase.
Really, since the pandemic, it's had a pretty significant impact on our vulnerable population, which is the homeless population, and our low-income families and individuals.
The Department of Workforce Services reports the opposite for Salt Lake County.
We've been able to see a significant decrease in that number of people accessing shelter.
Jonathan Hardy, who has been with the state for 16 years, reports a decrease of about 2,000 folks using homeless shelters from March to October in 2020 in comparison to 2019.
What we typically report on are people that are accessing emergency shelter or living on the street or in some sort of supported housing.
Hardy says 65% of Utah's homeless population can be found in Salt Lake City, largely because that's where most homeless resources can be found. Something Salt Lake City Council member Andrew Johnston brought up in the emergency meeting discussing a new overflow site.
Salt Lake City will host 7 of the 10 sites for homeless services this winter.
Whether visibly homeless on the street or those invisible to the system, all are in need of resources.
Handing out masks and food and hygiene.
Aaron Cox, Fox 13 News.